Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi, a very good morning, and salam sejahtera. Yang berhormat saudara Dato' Amar Haji Muhammad Asfia bin Awanasa, Speaker Dewan Undangan Negeri. Yang berbahagia Datuk Petinggi Tan Sri George Chan, Chairman Sains. Yang berhormat rakan-rakan Menteri, Datuk Profesor Sim dan Datuk Seri Makan Manyin. Yang berhormat Saudara State Secretary Datuk Amar Jaul. Yang berhormat rakan-rakan Menteri Muda. Yang berbahagia Saudara Dr. Zaidi bin Razak, CEO SMA. Seterusnya daripada jemputan tuan-tuan dan puan-puan yang saya hormati sekalian. Pertama, saya ingin hendak mengucapkan tahniah kepada SMA kerana ada pejabat baru di bangunan Yayasan Sarawak. Dan juga saya mengucap syabas kepada pihak pengurusan SMA yang telah banyak melaksanakan beberapa pendekatan untuk menimbulkan kesedaran mengenai pentingnya ekonomi digital dalam kita membangunkan negeri kita dan juga rakyat kita. I do not want to dwell more on this digitalization, but suffice for me to share with you that the future of any country depends on the stage of development it is technology. As you know, futurists say that the future resource of any country is data. That is big data. And that has to be value add by the various technologies available that will create new things to run our economy. As you know, technology started with NASA. NASA was or is now still the brain of technology. And it was meant only for certain military use. When we were small, we used to see James Bond film. And actually, supposed to be fiction in James Bond film using various technology, but now become reality. It's no longer fiction. And because of that, there is a development among people who are very passionate with the future to develop technology that can transform human survival, as well as using technology to integrate economies throughout the world. As a result, our government, the state government, has a bold step to be on board with this technological reform throughout the world. Thus, we formed the Sarawak Multimedia Authority, having a long-term policy 2018 to 22, using technology to drive our economy, while at the same time to upgrade the talent among the young particularly, including the old who feel young and who want to use technology for their advancement. As you know, after the formation of SMA, we have created awareness through the establishment of the digital village as well as digital hubs, and encouraging our young to adopt to e-commerce, while at the same time the process of production using smart technology. I'm pleased to hear that the young farmers are now adopting IoT in their pursuit to increase food production. And that has been responded and received well by the people. As a result of IoT, we have to upgrade our infrastructure. And this infrastructure has to be provided both by the public sector as well as private sector, because it involves huge investment and government alone cannot do it. So what happened is we try to attract technology company to come and invest in Sarawak and to provide the network for us to upgrade connectivity so as to make sure that Sarawak is at par with our peer in terms of providing the right technology for us to develop our country. I'm pleased also to hear that this international company responded to provide their technical assistance to us, sometime on their costs. They feel that there is a potential in this market, particularly ASEAN market, and they are willing to invest to provide the platform for us to have this connectivity, not only domestic, but they are more concerned on international connectivity. And it is not easy for us to get the right link, especially if you were to connect ourselves with the world, particularly through two important hubs, that is Singapore and Hong Kong. You have to lay down the cable, and the government cannot invest in this, particularly international submarine cable. It has to be done by the international company. And this international company normally will assess the market feasibility, and they provide and help us in this international link. And also, e-commerce is important. E-commerce must be supported by our own digital hub and also digital village to provide and train the talent so that our people know how to connect themselves with the market. And the obvious sample that we can learn is Amazon, eBay, as well as Alibaba. Alibaba actually is just commerce, trading transaction between the supplier and the buyers. And the fact that this e-commerce transaction is so successful, obviously, of course, in China, they are the monopoly, Alibaba. They don't allow Amazon to come in or other international trading houses to come in. But then they have built up this Alibaba because of the population. And we can take that as an example where anybody who is very well conversant in technology, particularly e-commerce, you can have your connectivity over here through ASEAN market, because ASEAN is to be integrated. And therefore, you can make use of that technology for you to provide services within ASEAN. The recent success story is GoCheck. Gojek started in Indonesia, but now Gojek is coming to Malaysia. And then the founder, Jokowi, took him as a Minister of Technology under Jokowi administration. You can see that Indonesia has opened up, where even the government, the leaders, want industrialists and technologists to come on board. And that is the approach taken by Indonesia. As you know, there is a possibility, according to futurists, that the world economy, the top four, will be United States, followed by China, followed by India, and after India is Indonesia. We are just next to Indonesia in terms of location, not in terms of the role you play in this international economy. And therefore, because ASEAN is going to be integrated, more so if the capital of Indonesia becomes reality, you can see the future that we have, particularly in Sarawak. And for that, we have to prepare ourselves. Finally, I want to also mention here about our talent development. 3 nights ago, I have announced in Yayasan Sarawak function. Now Yayasan Sarawak has understanding in principle, where London School of Economics will give 2 spaces every year to Yayasan Sarawak. Beside London School of Economics, Cambridge University also has given us 2 spaces every year to those who are qualified to enter those 2 universities. Meaning, Yayasan Sarawak will be sending 4 students every year to these 2 universities. And next year, we are still negotiating. We also request for 2 seat spaces in Stanford University, US. Stanford, as you know, is the mother of universities that produce these technologies. And if there is an understanding between us and Stanford, and our students who are qualified for entry, we, Yayasan Sarawak, will send the same number, 2 students to Stanford. Meaning, these are one of the ways for us to produce the right talent so that we can be at par with the world in terms of our economic development as well as the command of technology. I must also inform that we are going to rebrand our Sarawak Pay. Under science, we have our Sarawak Pay, and success is so obvious. Lot of transaction through Sarawak Pay, but we want to be global look, global brand. So we are going to rebrand our Sarawak Pay as S-Pay, beyond the Sarawak boundary. And we have collaboration with Union Pay. Union Pay, as you know, is a Chinese-based mobile payment. They have their network in Europe, in Asia, meaning you can use Sarawak Pay anywhere where there is Union Pay. And Union Pay can be used also anywhere if they use SP. Meaning it's just like credit card lah. They ada certain arrangement, financial arrangement. And therefore, I understand that when we collaborate with BSN, the rural people are now using Sarawak Pay to transmit payment to their father, to their parents, as well as parents to their children. And this indeed is a successful move that is adopted by us in order to integrate even our financial connectivity. So with those in place, I am sure that our future is bright because we have the resources, we have the technology, we have the big data, and then the data is also data that can transform our economy. The success story is this, that the response from international company is quite encouraging. Only last week, MCMC came to see us, and we are going to collaborate with MCMC and bringing all the major telco companies to Sarawak. They are also putting up their towers. We are going to synchronize together with MCMC because we have national objective of having 5G connectivity. And with that sort of collaboration with MCMC and the international companies, we are sure, we are very definite that we are on the right track. The last, not the least, is SMA working with Eon Reality, where we want to upgrade the virtual reality as well as augmented reality in terms for us to provide the right image for anything that they want to do, particularly in Medicare, that is healthcare. Through virtual reality, you can see all the parts in your body. And they can even do surgery through virtual reality. Surgery with a doctor somewhere else and the patient somewhere else. And that is the trend forward. And then I think Sarawak will tap that. And with that sort of our planning, we have 2 international hospitals want to come to Sarawak. SPA has approved it for 2 new hospitals. One is only for cancer, and the other one is, of course, for heart and other new disease. I also don't know what type of new disease. But they only know, but they want to have it in Sarawak, meaning the medical tourism will be there. And also, inshallah, we become Estonia of Southeast Asia. With that, once again, I wish SMA all success, and let us work together for the future of Sarawak. And I'm therefore a pleasure to officiate the SMA office at this Yayasan Sarawak building. Thank you very much.